Well, I had to go back for Pals round 2 this morning. We were going to be hitting the trail today. It's Easter right now. We're going to hit the trail, get some Sunday miles. Check the weather though. There's an advisory. We have some horrendous weather coming in tonight. Starting around lunchtime today, rolling through until tomorrow morning. We're going to have guaranteed 35 to 40 mile an hour winds with a bunch of rain. Expected gusts of 80 miles an hour. So, that being said, it's going to be worth splitting a room with someone for another night to stay out of that. I'm just going to keep resting up, stretching, rolling everything out. Good old Super 8. It's taking care of us. We'll look forward to hitting the trail, and looks like we'll have a beautiful 4 days ahead of us whenever we do hit the trail on Monday. Well, making our way back to trail.
You miss it?
Oh, hello. Hey, you. Well, this is all the rain that we avoided last night. Well, back on trail, ladies and gentlemen. So nice to be back on trail after kind of feeling cooped up in a hotel while they were needed zeros. Feels nice to be out here. It's cool, a little bit of a breeze, hiking on this little ridge here that's just up above the river there. It feels good to be back. Looking forward to getting some miles. It's noon or so right now, getting a later start to the day. I think we're gonna get 11 or 12 miles. Set up camp. Looks like we're in for some beautiful weather this week after all those storms that rolled through yesterday and last night. So I've shown you guys a couple of rivers and streams today, but this is in fact the Appalachian Trail. There must have been so much rain out here last night. You can see the trail back there, that's a puddle. This is up on over the banks almost in a few places, and there's the water running down the trail that I'm heading up. Fun times. Well, I made it to camp for the night. Have a nice little Christmas tree here. Staying just outside of this spruce forest. Back on trail this morning. Cold, wet night last night. I'm not sure if it actually rained, but we were up in the clouds, and as the wind rolled through the water that was still up in the boughs of all these trees, that was steadily pitter-pattering on us all night. Got up this morning, shoes still wet, socks still wet. Had to slip those bad boys back on. But warming up already on trail. I think we're gonna maybe get into the 50s today. Gonna dry some of my stuff out, dry my tent out. The bag got a little bit of condensation on it last night, so I'll dry it out. Let my feet, socks, and shoes dry out. It has turned out to be an absolutely beautiful day on the Appalachian Trail. Well guys, the day is coming to an end. Had dinner, just hung my food bag, pre-dug a cat hole for in the morning, and I still have some daylight. I'm just gonna get in my tent, hang out, chill, see if sleep will overtake me. Well, just broke down camp. Definitely below freezing this morning. Windy. My hands are frozen. Warming up on trail. Making our way up towards Roan at the moment. It's chilly this morning. I don't know if you guys can see very well, but we're up above frost line now. Just everything around us is frosted over, including my mustache and beard, I suppose. Don't think I'm really getting snow. I think this is just blowing out of the trees. Beautiful climate for Rome though, no doubt about it. Forecast of where we're going. We're going to be going up that bald, then over that bald, then over that bald. Man, oh man. This is just incredible. So it's turned out to be a pretty beautiful day. It's warmed up enough now to where I could take off some layers. Took off my puffy, my leggings, put the gloves, hat away, all that good stuff. Had lunch up on Jane Bald, which was beautiful. And just since been back on trail, just strolling on through with the view of the balds that are to come. It's kind of nice to have a view of where you're going and watch yourself eat away at the progress as you go. So a little bit later on today, we're going to be hitting a point where we officially leave North Carolina behind for finishing out the rest of Tennessee. So for those of you that don't know, the AT in a lot of states, like let's just say Georgia to North Carolina, for example, you cross over the line one time, that's it, Georgia's behind you. Well, North Carolina and Tennessee, the AT pretty much runs the state line. So today alone, for example, the route we have planned out, when I was sitting down at lunch, I took a look at Gut Hook and saw that we have, I lost track, but it's somewhere between 30 and 40 state line crossings today alone. So, I mean, we've really been in and out of the state for the last week or two. I don't know exactly how many days. But anyway, aside from having to come back and catch up the section from the NOC to the Smokies, after today, no more North Carolina. Well, about to start the climb up to these next two balds, Little Hump Mountain and Hump Mountain. I have fruit gushers in my fanny pack. Coincidence? I think. That right over there is grandfather, if anyone's interested. Whew, would you look at that view? And that bald right there is where we had lunch today. And it's crazy to think that we're just going to be running on up through there. So it has been an absolutely incredible day. Starting off freezing, climbing up on top of Roan. Definitely cold, probably in the 20s. Water bottles were freezing. Spilled water, we pretty much flash froze. Getting snow blown on us, changing out all of our layers. Eating up on top of Jane Bald for lunch. Coming on down and hitting a couple more balds. And now we're just gonna try to duck on down a tree line here in front of us, make it on down the Doll Flats. That's probably where we're going to stay for the night, and be the last main attraction of North Carolina. Well, guys, here it is. Leaving North Carolina. This is Doll Flats right here, all around us. We decided we're going to push on just a little bit more. I have my water bladder filled up right here. There's a little spring just a ways back, but with the foreknowledge that it's going to get below freezing tonight, we're going to try and get a little bit lower. I think we're going to push on another 2 or 3 miles and find a spot that we can kind of post up for the night, hopefully be out of the wind a little bit. That was kind of a problem last night. We were kind of in a little bit of a saddle, so had a little more wind than we wanted to. And literally within 100 yards of where we camped, there's plenty of windbreak, and we just didn't think about it before we got set up last night. So we'll push a little bit later into the day. The sun's setting right now. Well, getting down there. We still have a couple hours of daylight. We'll get to where we're going, get set up, get some food, try and get warm, and see what tomorrow's gonna bring. A couple of little fun facts to maybe make your brain feel a little funny as I walk into the sunset here. That nice little fireball of ours is 93 million miles away from the little space rock that we inhabit. Our little space rock is itself spinning, at least measured at the equator, about 1,000 miles an hour. And then this rock is orbiting, hurtling around that giant fireball at about 67,000 miles an hour. I guess let your mind go where you want, as long as your feet are firmly planted. Well, decided we're staying at Station 19E for the night. Good little hostel. Good beer. Better than staying in the woods and being freezing cold. We got down and we were like right at the road and figured we'd give the hostel a call, and they're open. Back on trail on this beautiful day, warming up into probably the 50s right now. Stayed at station at 19E, the hostel, last night, which was awesome. As we were hiking on down, came on through Doll Flats, and we were getting closer and closer to 19E. And Big Al picked up the phone, gave the hostel a call. They were open. They were there, picked us up by the time we got to the trailhead. And just an awesome place, incredible hostel. I cannot imagine how awesome it would be if it were full of people. It was Big Al and I were the only ones there, but great food, good beer, a good bunk, a good shower. They had laundry if you needed it. They had a resupply. It's the first hostel I've stayed in since being on the AT. It had a few groups that had come through a few days ago. And anyway, it was great to kind of sleep in, rest up a little bit, hit the trail around lunchtime today. After I think we did, I need to look back and get the exact number, 21, 22 miles, or something like that yesterday. Whew, that'd be nice. Minus the 104 that I need to make up from skipping the Smokies. That's how far I'm in. So good day, just hung my food for the night. Heading on back towards camp, just a little unofficial tent site. Got on trail around noon and ended up getting 16 miles in. Had a good dinner and gonna probably settle in. It's about 8 o'clock right now. Days are getting longer, but probably gonna lay down, get off my feet, finish up a podcast. We'll see. So that's pretty much what the trail has consisted of since 19E. The last 20 miles or so have really just been trails in the woods. Haven't really had a lot of views. Not a crazy whole lot of switchbacks. It's really just been up and down, just undulating over these small little hills and mountains. I'm talking like between 1 and 400 foot climbs. Just one after another after another. It's kind of felt a little bit like a roller coaster in a way, but I've enjoyed it. You getting some sunshine, big guy? What's up, guys? So, made it into Elizabethton to a hotel. I hopped off the AT right there at Boots Off Hostel just about an hour or so ago. Walked on up, got shuttled out this way. Figured we'd just stay in a hotel for the night, get cleaned up. Dollar General for a resupply, CVS for a resupply, so we should be good in that regard. And we're gonna figure out what's next. Not sure if we're doing a 2-day push to Damascus, just a lightweight, fast 20+ mile a day for the next couple days, or if we want to have a bigger resupply and just blow through Damascus. I guess we'll just kind of see. Big Al still isn't sure of his plans, so I might be hitting the trail solo after this little stay. So we'll figure some things out here in the next 12 to 24 hours and see what's next.